This video marks the last of our Gamescom 2016 footage, and I'm very bleak that it's come to an end because it's been a really cool run. For those of you who are new to the channel, we went to Gamescom with PAROW. We played a lot of really cool games with him. We introduced him to the world of video games on a convention scale, one that is paralleled by nothing, really, internationally. Like, there are 500,000 people that go to Cologne every year and get to play the wildest games, and I got to show him those games and introduce him to cosplayers and the whole toot. So that was a lot of fun. I've included links everywhere. If you've been watching the whole time, thank you so much. If you're subscribed and have enjoyed the series and shared the series with your friends, I love you so much. You mean the world to me. This channel is nothing without you. So seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really excited about this particular one because I thought I'd lost this footage. I thought it was corrupt and gone. And in fact, I wasn't expecting to upload it at all. But I managed to salvage it. And it's kind of working. There's a little bit of audio sync, but the gameplay is there, and that's the important part. And I'll be running through why I think Eichenwalde, the new map from Overwatch, is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Before we get into any details, make sure that you smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. Subscribe because it means the world to me. Press that bell sign so that you get notified when I upload something. I'm really grateful that you're a part of this community here on YouTube, and if you are from South Africa, special how's it to you, because it means a lot that South Africans are subscribing to this channel. So without any further ado, is that the right word? Do? As in, no, it's not like condensation, it's do. Let's jump into Eichenwalde. The map, as I was explaining, is called Eichenwalde. I hope that's how you pronounce it. It's launching this month in September, and the map is an escort map that has you pushing a battering ram into the defending team's base. And if you're on the defense, you're going to find yourself trying your best to disable the attacking team, as you would in a traditional escort map. If you're a big Overwatch fan, you might have noticed that the castle in the new Bastion trailer was released over the Gamescom period. Now, if you haven't seen that trailer, I highly recommend going to see it, not only for the Easter egg of having the castle in the background or some kind of location, but also because it's one of the best trailers that I've seen out of Blizzard. And if you know anything about Blizzard's videos and trailers, they're usually the best. They're like, oh, they are the best. I mean, I can't think of any other cinematic trailer that was prior to launch that Blizzard hasn't beaten, all the way from like Warcraft days to now. So it's really good, and it's quite a big thing to say that I think this is one of the best trailers that they've ever done. The reason I'm saying that is because it's the most Pixar-like, and it feels so Pixar in its own way. They're able to give Bastion character where he's not necessarily speaking, and you really care for him, and you get like this really good backstory, and the plot is actually very interesting. If you're familiar with Overwatch, you might think that Bastion might not necessarily be the most compelling character, but they really make him, give him life in a way that it's really hard to do that for a robot, or the people that do that the best are Pixar, with things like Wall-E. I think it's a super beautiful map as well. It's very green, and it fits nicely within the Overwatch stable of maps. This is a good sign, as it's the first map to drop for Overwatch after its release. This is a big deal for me, because a lot of games drop DLC map packs with like 5 different maps, and often they have price tiers. So when you drop a whole bunch of maps with a price tier, not many people adopt them very early, and you have these very empty servers where no one is playing the game, and also people don't necessarily understand how to really utilize the map for their advantage. So the games are not as good as you would have on the base set of maps. So dropping one map means that it gives a lot of people time to get to enjoy and get into this new strategy in the map. And also it means that there aren't another 4 different maps that are competing for Eichenwalde's attention, if that makes sense. People aren't jumping in to try out a whole bunch of new maps. They are focused in on this particular one and getting good at it. The map is also extremely well designed. There are different areas in it. There's this big tower in the middle, which allows you to have great sniping vantage points. And you know me, I love my sniping. This is a great place to snipe from. And also they're like different corridors where they've had like different areas that it doesn't necessarily bottleneck, but you can create your own bottlenecks. Because they're multiple entrants to a particular part of the map, you're forced to drop your heavies in there to kind of block the way, get your Reinhardts to pull up some shields, and get behind Reinhardt to create a bottleneck, and that's where the fights are going to go down, which is really cool. It's a really, really well designed map, and I'm really excited to see where Blizzard drop more maps, like what those are going to be like with the learnings that they have from Eichenwalde. Eichenwalde is Bastion's birthplace with a bunch of lore and history that might be overlooked. So not only is it great from a gameplay perspective, they've they've taken a lot of attention to detail to designing this level and making sure that it fits within the Overwatch lore, which is great. If you take a closer look, you'll see that some of the environment is even littered with Bastion-like robots, and again, I highly recommend watching the trailer so you have a better idea of why that's interesting. The official description of the map from Blizzard goes like this, and I'm just going to read it out to you guys. The site of one of the most famous battles during the Omnic Crisis, it was here that the leader of the Crusaders, Balderich von Older, and a handful of his best soldiers made a last stand against an advancing automaton army. Or, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Automaton, I don't know. Outnumbered and outgunned, they were ultimately slain during the resulting combat. However, thanks to their valiant efforts, the German military was able to push back the Omnic offensive and win the fight. So that's a little bit of information about the map and why things are the way they are inside the level design and what they've decorated the space with. There's a lot of love and attention to this map in other ways as well. They've included a Dark Souls Easter egg in the way of a sword, fire, and mound, similar to the Dark Souls checkpoints in the game. If you ever played Dark Souls, you'll see their checkpoints. As far as I don't know if those do anything in the map. They're just there, and they're just kind of throwbacks to Dark Souls. You can try the map out for yourself right now by logging into the public test ROM. You have to have access to the public test ROM to begin with, but to access it, what you need to do is you need to sign out of Overwatch and re-sign in, and on that home screen you can select PTR from the region list. We usually play on Europe over here in South Africa, but if you're on America, whatever, you need to change it to the public test ROM, which it's abbreviated PTR, and of course it's on condition that you have access to that public test ROM already. Guys, what do you think of Eichenwalde? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear your opinions, and smash the like button. I'll try to reply to as many of you as possible, and thank you so much for being a part of this Gamescom series. What do you guys think of it? If you want me to cover something like this again, how would you like me to cover it? It's really important for me. Like, it's a real big privilege for us to travel to these gaming events and be a part of them, and I really want to, when I go, I feel like it's our responsibility as people that get YouTubers and whatnot that get to go to these events, that we're able to bring that experience back home in the most authentic and cool way possible, so that you guys can also experience it, because you know they can't fly up 1,000 people to go, which would be freaking cool. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, and like I say in every single video, it's really important, high five a stranger. Adios.